we've handled that. We have tactics and policies in place that deal with that. I'm not going to get into specifics, but we've talked about, of course, since Dallas and other things have happened, how we better that, how we make sure that the people that are coming to enjoy the convention understand that they're going to be allowed to express their First and Second Amendment rights and all their constitutional rights, but we're also going to make sure that people are safe, and that's what we plan on doing.
Chief, you can have protesters camping out or possibly opposing viewpoints. Is there a plan in place keeping peace? They're all in the same party?
Well, it's the same plan as if they're out on the avenue protesting. I mean, we have to ensure everybody's safety, whether they're a protester or a delegate or a visitor or a person that lives here in the city of Cleveland. And we plan on doing that. And we have things in place to mitigate that.
Chief, Dallas changed your plan for NCC?
Well, anytime something happens around the country, especially something as violent as Dallas, as tragic as Dallas, it causes all of law enforcement, it causes all of this country to kind of step back, take a look at what we're doing and how we're doing it, to make sure that we do everything possible to ensure that a situation like that does not occur again.
Did you make any changes because of that?
Of course, you make changes, but not just based on Dallas, but based on everything that happens around this country. But Dallas was a wake-up call for a lot of people.
Chief, with the threats to numerous departments that's living across America, has the department here received any specific credible threats to officers?
No.
Chief, we've gotten information that several law enforcement agencies are thinking about dropping out or have withdrawn their forces due to insurance concerns not be covered by the state of Cleveland insurance. Is this correct or is this inaccurate information?
It's very inaccurate information.
Can you explain, are they going to be covered by the city of Cleveland?
Every law enforcement officer that the city of Cleveland brings in to assist with the convention is covered by the city's liability policy.
And we also heard that there was a possible state of emergency possibly going to be declared within the next week from the governor's office. Is that inaccurate? Accurate?
I don't have any information on that. You would have to talk to someone from the state.
Chief, back to the open carry and how your officers will respond. Talk about, if you could, just what you hear from your officers. When these protests are going on and legally people are walking in the group carrying rifles, pistols on the hip, whatever it might be, how nervous does that make the officer trying to do the job to keep those people safe plus keep the public safe?
Well, I can't really comment on individual nervousness, but again, we've done this before. This is not the first time the city of Cleveland will see people open carry. I mean, we've had people with assault rifles and handguns and you name it, and groups of people. And our officers are used to it. We've handled it before. We have sort of kind of tweaked our policy a little bit, our tactics, to ensure that everybody's safe, including that person that's open carrying.
Do you have any advice for someone who might see somebody with a long gun walking down the street who might think that's out of the ordinary, might be afraid of that person? How do regular people deal with something like that?
Well, regular people, ordinary citizens, first and foremost, should be aware. So hopefully they notice that. If they really are keen and think there's something odd about that person carrying that weapon, they should notify a law enforcement officer that's in that area, and we'll take a look at it. I mean, there are certain things that go along with open carry that even that person has to do. You can't menace a person with that weapon. You can't brandish that weapon. You can't point it at people. There are a lot of things that, just because you carry openly doesn't mean you can pull that weapon out or that you can show that weapon or brandish that weapon. And we'll make sure that people stay within the parameters of what's allowed and what's not.
Chief, how close will the city allow protesters to get to the venue?
Well, everything outside of the secure zone is an open area. I mean, the secure zone is it, and then everything outside that is an open area, unless we deem it for security reasons to not be an open area.
Going with that, how close will someone open carry-wise be able to get to the hard zone? Is there any limit there?
Well, again, everything outside the secure zone is an open area, and with our counterparts from the FBI and the Secret Service and our other agency partners, if we deem a security threat, then we will close those areas off.
As police chief, would you prefer there not be allowed open carry?
Of course. Of course. But
Talk about that?
But it's the law in this state. And as police chief, I'm bound to uphold the law in this state. Thank you.
Anything else?
Is it,
Hold on a second. Barricades start tonight. There are no barricades, there are assets, we call them. So they have to, you get these terminologies, right? City's barricaded. No, the city has a lot of assets.
So we've already started pre-placing some of the fencing. It's palletized, the barriers. That process has already started to go up, even coming in here to Public Auditorium. You probably saw some of the global fencing that was put in place. We would also ask that news crews, I'm sure it creates a lot of, it's a nice shot to have a correspondent standing up in front of it. All we ask is while our technicians and personnel are setting it up, if you could just allow them to do their work. We're on a very compressed time schedule thanks to the Cavaliers winning the NBA championship. We didn't have a lot of time for the build out, so we are really on a compressed time schedule. We would ask that you would allow these professionals to do their job and do it. We don't mind you filming it, just don't riddle them with questions. But the build out will proceed all the way through for the remainder of the week. It will be finished by Saturday morning.
What is the term?